Armageddon was the highest grossing film of 1998, and it is one of the most Michael Bay movies imaginable. Shaky cams, the rapid editing, the extreme explosions, all the violence and stuff. I remember being a kid, being a teenager, and everyone just raving about Armageddon. And of course, my family having a little cassette tape of the Armageddon soundtrack. I had all this exposure to Armageddon, but I never actually seen the film. Why did I wait so long to actually see it? Well, it's just one of those things where it just got swept under the rug a little too long. When I finally did get around to seeing it, I was in my late teens, early 20s, and the one thing that I do remember everyone saying was how emotionally gut-wrenching this film is. People that watch it, they just cry their eyes out at certain points and at certain story arcs in the film. One of the good ways that the movie is able to do that is by having a really, really good soundtrack. Everyone knows and loves I Don't Want to Miss a Thing by Aerosmith. So sometimes when you have really good music in the background of something, it automatically makes things better. I got around to seeing it well over a decade ago, and I did not like it. Yes, I don't like this film at all, but I'm not as hostile towards this as someone like Peter Travers of Rolling Stone magazine or Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. I'm really not that head over heels pissed at this movie, but I still do see where they're coming from, I'll admit. So the movie is about a meteor the size of Texas, and it's going to hit Earth in about a week and a half, and its impact will literally destroy every single thing on Earth. So Bruce Willis and his men are oil drillers, and they're recruited by NASA to teach some astronauts how to drill the asteroid enough where it will break apart, and the angle in which it's flying at Earth at will completely miss the Earth. So Bruce Willis has lots of pride in his work, and in the time being almost a week and a half, Bruce Willis, Owen Wilson, Michael Clark Duncan, Ben Affleck, they must train to be astronauts in almost a week and a half. Now that there in itself is really friggin' ridiculous, because these rocket scientists, these astronauts, have spent years and years and years and years in such unbelievably difficult science and math curriculum, and they couldn't make a good enough oil drill. But somehow, over the course of a week and a half, Bruce Willis and his men are able to become astronauts. Yeah, one of the big things that's been pointed out with this film that I 1,000,000% agree with is how unrealistic that is. You know, realistically, for time's sake, why wouldn't these astronauts just learn how to be oil drillers? I mean, they're rocket scientists. They have all of this vast knowledge of machinery and mathematics and all these crazy things that take years and years and years of hard work and dedication and tons of brains to do, but they don't know how to drill holes. And the movie itself is 2.5 hours, which, you know, it's not really a big deal, but in this case, it is a big deal. This movie is so unbelievably loud, so unbelievably fastly edited, as if it's just machine gun powered. And of course, while everything is happening, it's so in your face that, like, it almost gets monotonous after a while. But when the astronauts and the oil drillers are actually in space and they're trying to destroy the asteroid, that's when everything becomes very dragged out And I'll admit, that's when everything gets pretty boring. The reason I was tolerating about everything before that is because it was good if you turn your brain off. You'll notice the flaws even then as well, but I wasn't minding it. Wasn't anything big, but whatever. But that entire long section in space really could have been cut into maybe 10 minutes. That's when more of the flaws within the characters and more of the bad writing really becomes amplified. And whenever they do try to really show very emotional moments and really try to give some dramatic fire, they do not earn it. And that's one of the biggest surprises that I found with this film, was that here I am growing up with people saying that Armageddon just makes them bawl their eyes out, and I'm watching it and I'm like, you're too easy, then. That was very hollow, shallow, and like, why you guys fell for this is beyond me. And I do think that the ending for this, it is passable. Maybe it's not anything super duper great, but considering beforehand with this film, I was okay with this ending. But not the movie as a whole. So I want to give Armageddon from 1998 2 stars out of 4.